Hello guys and welcome. So in this video I'm going to be discussing the idea that money is not happiness and having money is not happiness and what it means for your mental well-being and generally for your personal finance. Thank you for watching the video so far. Remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe and ring the bell to help with the YouTube algorithm. Now back to the video. So this might seem kind of obvious cliche. You probably heard the phrase money is not happiness a million times before, but what does it mean? So basically, as someone who's come out of 10 years worth of debt, basically having more money now than I had before, it doesn't mean that I'm happy. Like there's always other issues, there's always underlying things which define happiness. Like happiness and money are two completely separate topics and they shouldn't be linked because at the end of the day, being happy can be as a result of feeling satisfied with the work you've done or helping people or taking care of yourself and things like that. So that any sort of happiness of, for example, clearing debt might come from the idea that you're actually helping yourself, but it's not technically about the money, if you know what I mean. And also as well, I do not define myself by my bank account and numbers. I never have, and that includes all the numbers in my life, like sub counts, follow counts, and so on social media and with my content creation because I've been a content creator for a long time. At one point, it used to, but it's not healthy for the mental well-being. And the way that links to personal finance is to always have it in mind that what you're aiming for. So, for example, maybe you're saving money to buy a house. You buy the house, and then fixing the house and making it pretty and beautiful and so on. That will make you satisfied and happy because of the work you've done to accomplish that. It was not about the money, let's say. So the way that that is defined as well is, let's say you come into a lot of money suddenly, you win the lottery or something like that, or you bought $5 of a meme coin and now you're a millionaire just by chance. You might feel very lucky in that moment, but are you going to be happy? It's a big question. So, and the main thing with having more money is it buys you more choices. It doesn't buy you happiness. So, for example, not having debt is great. It means I don't have the weight of banks or companies or people that could knock on my door and ask me for money. So that's great. That's gone. So that's relief. Also, as well, if I had a lot of money, then I could be like, okay, I want to buy a house. Great. And then if I had even more money, I could be like, oh, I want to buy this one, not that, like I'll actually be able to choose which house. Whereas when you have barely enough money to buy a house, you're very, very limited in your choices, especially in the UK and London. Like house prices are just like ridiculous. Like with my current income at the moment, I'd have to save for like 50 years to buy a house, at which point I'll be 86 years old. And you know, like what's the point at that point? So I am actually not aiming for it. Like if it happens, wonderful, but I am not aiming for it. I'm not going to waste my time for it. And also, it doesn't define me as a person. It doesn't define happiness for me. What makes me happy every day is just feeling satisfied. I'm working hard. I'm making content for my channels. I'm not wasting my day. Even simple things like tidying my bed in the morning um, leads to a sense of pride, success, victory. You know, that is happiness. Having money and having lots of money is not happiness. People who show off how much money they have is also as well. That is not a sign of success because also I feel like there is a lot of people who do that. They sort of try and push their numbers in your face to basically try and say, "Oh, look how successful I am. My numbers are bigger than your numbers." But it's like, who cares? It's like you can be completely content and completely happy living on the street, literally. You don't have to define yourself by stuff. Simple as that. So, and I try not to because at the end of the day, when you die, you can't take the money with you. You can't take the stuff with you. You can't do anything with you. So, what matters is how many people you helped. Did you help yourself? Did you live a healthy life? Or did you ruin yourself by not taking care of yourself, like mentally or physically? Did you do bad things? Did you hurt other people? You know, that those sort of things, at least in my case, would actually weigh on my conscience and weigh on my ego. So, because I know that people have different perceptions of ego as well, but when it comes back to the issue of money is not happiness, the idea basically is that don't tie yourself to the numbers. So basically, and that extends further because I know that a lot of my viewers are content creators themselves. So basically, don't be obsessed with the numbers, whether it's your bank account or your follower account or your viewer account or all these other accounts. Numbers don't matter. What matters is you having pride in yourself, taking care of yourself, and just doing as much as you can do. Simple as that. And do not judge yourself based on other people's successes. There will always be someone more popular than you. There will always be the Mr. Beast in the world. There will always be like you go to the gym, there'll always be someone who lifts up one dumbbell and suddenly they have a six pack. You know what I mean? It's a case of like you don't define yourself by other people's successes. Look at yourself, look at your own, try and push yourself as much as you can go. And the only reason I felt a need to make this video is because yeah, fine, it's really obvious, but I wanted to try and articulate more of the meaning of it, just in case it's something you have not really spent the time to think about. And it's a question for you guys. What is happiness to you? Let me know in those comments down below. It's a big question. Think about it. If you need a few days to think about it, you need a month, whatever. Post a comment, say what happiness is to you, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. This channel is aimed at personal finance, managing debt, managing money, but also as well about your mental well-being while doing so. So please check out my other videos.